Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another quick video for you. This time on the Windows Hello and the security of that logging into your computer. There's not a lot of information about it, so in this short video I'm going to be talking about the truth behind the Windows Hello feature. So stick around. So there's always people looking for more secure ways of signing into your accounts. I've done a number of videos on two-factor authentication, which I'll link to above here, and you can check those out. But one of the features built in with Windows 10 is Windows Hello. Now there's a number of ways that you can make use of Windows Hello, and you can use a PIN or a fingerprint if you have a fingerprint reader, or you can use facial recognition if your computer's capable of doing that. They all basically do the same thing. And when you go in to learn more, it really doesn't tell you anything other than using PIN or the Windows Hello is a more secure way of signing in than using your password. It doesn't say why. So I had to dig into this a bit more to find out why or how is it more secure. And even with that explanation, I don't truly see a lot of benefits to it. So first of all, the reason, which this other video that I saw is short and explains what it is, why it's more secure. And basically, when you use your password to sign in, it synchronizes that password to a server and authenticates against that and confirms that your sign-in works and you're able to log in. But using Windows Hello, whether it's a PIN or a facial recognition or a fingerprint reader, it's local to your device. It doesn't get sent through the internet to any server. So that can't be compromised that way. So if anyone were to get your password, that can't be used anywhere except for on your physical device. So that is what's supposed to make it more secure. Here's my problem with it. The Windows password that you used is synchronized with the Microsoft account. So you still have a Microsoft password that's out there in the cloud, which can still be compromised. So that really doesn't help prevent any hacking into your Microsoft account by having a PIN on your computer. If somebody was to steal your laptop, for example, and you have a PIN on there instead of a password, they wouldn't be able to hack the PIN in the same way because the password is in the cloud and the PIN is local to the device. However, when you sign into the computer, there's a little option at the bottom there that you can switch back and forth between sign in with a PIN and sign in with a password. So they could simply switch it back to sign in with the password and sign in that way, completely bypassing the PIN, which makes the PIN completely useless in that case. And the second thing is trying to avoid your Microsoft account from being hacked by logging in with your Microsoft password and having a PIN. Your password still exists out there and is still required to sign into any Microsoft service. The PIN is only used for your computer, not for all Microsoft services that you may do. So you still have a password that can be used to sign in from other devices. So having that PIN doesn't stop a hacker from logging into your Microsoft account from another device. So my thoughts on this whole Windows Hello thing, having a PIN or a fingerprint reader or facial recognition, is really just, it's an easier way of logging in. You can have a more complex password for your Microsoft account that's going to be a lot harder to be hacked by a brute force attack or any dictionary attacks. So you would have a simple PIN instead to remember. So that makes it easier to sign in, and because it's local to the device, it's not being sent across the network. So if there was any man in the middle of the attack, if you're sitting in a coffee shop, you're typing in your password, no one's going to be sitting there watching the password go across the network at that point because it's local to your device. That's the only benefits that I really see with the Windows Hello features, and I haven't found any other evidence about how this could be possibly more secure. How can it protect your Microsoft account, and how can it protect your computer? I've already proven that it doesn't protect your computer any better than not using it, because you can still bypass the PIN. I was able to successfully add one, reboot, log in as the other password that was there by default, and then delete the PIN. And having it protect your Microsoft account, there's only just that avoiding the man-in-the-middle attack. If anyone else has any comments or feedback or ideas of how Windows Hello is possibly any more secure than not using it at all, please let me know in the comments below, because I see no benefit to using this feature at all, other than a convenience factor of an easier password to log in with and avoiding a man-in-the-middle attack every time you sign in. That's it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, subscribe if you haven't already, and love to hear what else you guys would like to see here. All right, thanks, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.